you're not here to be happy. You're here to live life. No company that you build today is going to last. Nothing that you put out is going to live forever. Whatever you want in life, you can have, but you're going to have to pay. A lot of people are focused on one lane only. And once they master that lane, then they realize, oh, let me take you to Southeast Asia where these working for $1 a day, building slowly every area of your life. True wealth is what matters.
Because Warren Buffett talks about this a lot. Like, you see, like, people want to be successful. Look at the life of Warren Buffett. He spends like, a couple hours a day, I think, reading. And people are like, people will be like, no, you have to be like working, but he's just educating himself. Learning.
Because he is working.
Yeah.
He's just working a different muscle. He's just working in a different way. He's no longer hustling. He's a boss. He's a boss. He will have people work for him. If you look at the Crown Prince is making decisions. His job is to think.
Yeah.
His job is to use this. His job is to do this. That's who he is. So I'm on boss mode. I'm not on hustle mode. This means I need to develop this, and I'd be utilizing my brain. And my brain becomes highly stimulated when I start operating and realizing that the energy that's transmitted through these words is the energy and the thought that was captured by really successful people. Dude, there's billionaires that are out here dropping game. You'd be a fool not to pick that up.
100%. That makes a lot of sense. And we want to talk about now about happiness for a bit. I know that you're a very happy person, and you've always been happy. Do you think happiness is something that you can kind of because I've talked to some people, and they tell me that happiness is just a byproduct of growth. Is happiness something that you can is happiness something that you can index for and aim to have, or is it just something that happens along the way? You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I would say let's talk about the physical and the metaphysical. Okay. So let's talk about the physical. You can biochemically become happy. There's a chemical in your body known as serotonin. It's known as the happy chemical. Most of the serotonin in your body is produced here in your gut. So when you hear things like people saying, trust your gut, they don't stop to think, what does that mean to trust your gut? Your gut operates as a brain, right? So the serotonin that's formed inside of your gut is produced by having a healthy gut. How do you have a healthy gut?
Diet.
By having a healthy diet.
Nutrition.
So most of the serotonin is produced in the gut that produces happiness by what? Having a healthy diet.
Yeah.
So most of you guys would automatically be a lot healthier and happier had you instilled the ability of having a good diet equating to what? A good gut. That is on the physical side. On the metaphysical side is understanding the beauty and the privilege of the struggle of life. Understanding that you're not here to be happy. You're here to live life. You're here to experience suffering. You're here to experience tribulation.
Yeah.
You're here to hurt. You're here to experience heartbreak, pain, joy, pleasure. Every single avenue, every single emotion. Why would you limit yourself from experiencing that? Why? Because you're scared? You're afraid? You don't know how it's going to work out? It doesn't feel good? Perfectly fine. But I've come to understand, I've come to realize that the beauty of life isn't in pursuing happiness. It's in pursuing experiences. And it's understanding that it's multidisciplinary, it's multilateral. It's not just one emotion. So I'm not in the business of pursuing happiness. I'm in the business of pursuing life. And life comes in different forms at different seasons.
You just have to enjoy it all. Live
all of it,
ups
dude.
And downs.
You just that's why the Bible says, bear all things with joy. What does that mean? Is that anything that comes your way, bear it with joy. Be happy. Be glad.
Be grateful.
Be grateful.
It could be a lot worse.
You could not be alive. You could be dead. It could be a lot worse. You could be in a shitty situation. Most of the complaints that I hear from people is, oh, dude, I'm making $5,000 a month. Life sucks. Dude, let me take you to Somalia, where these guys are literally having to scavenge, having to pirate, having to do all this. Let me take you to Southeast Asia, where these working for $1 a day. Let me take you to the lithium mines in Africa.
No, some of the kids in Africa, I met them. 100%. They have nothing, but they're happier than me and you combined.
100%.
Because you know why? Their baseline, we have these big expectations of what we need to be happy. And for them, a simple broken or let's say not inflated football is like the biggest blessing. they look at that football and they're like, wow, this is like so much fun. And they just need simple things, the simple things like sitting down with their friends. That's all. That's what their life is.
I've come to realize that a lot of unhappiness.
We have too much desires.
A lot of unhappiness comes from complicating things, complicating life, the simplicity of life. For some reason, bro, humans are like the only species that are like and out of sync. If you look at every other animal, they're doing what they're supposed to do.
Yeah,
we're the only ones out here buying fucking designers, spending all our money on this, trying to impress people, like our lives, buying 30 homes, like trying to do, bro. Like live your life, relax a little bit, dude. You have nothing to prove. No company that you build today is going to last. Nothing that you put out is going to live forever. No money that you have is going to be around forever.
You don't own anything,
dude. You don't own it. So when people come to me with all this fear and this anxiety of not having or not having accomplished, is somehow they have no understanding of the finite nature of life, dude. You're here today, you're gone tomorrow. Make some impact, leave the world better than you left it, than you found it. Make sure that you love God, put others first. And it's a good way to start.
Yeah, that's the way of life, I guess. I'm gonna ask you some quick fire questions.
Let's do it.
1 minute per question. All right, okay. What would you tell 19-year-old version of Luke Belmar if you had the chance? If you could speak to small Luke Belmar, 19-year-old, what would you tell him? You're 27 now, yeah?
26.
26.
What would I tell Luke Belmar if he was 19? That it's possible. That you can do it. Whatever you want in life, you can have.
Yeah.
But you're going to have to pay
the price.
Damn,
that's true. Nice. All right. What's one lesson which you wish you would have learned sooner in life?
That the most important thing is the development of yourself. Most people focus on one lane. They focus on money, or they focus on health, or they focus on relationships. They never focus on truly becoming wealthy. Wealth, by definition, I've said this before and I'll say it again, is abundance. That is what you want in life, abundance. Making sure that you are complete. Had I learned this before, my health would have been in check earlier. My relationships would have been in check earlier. I said this to you before, and I said this to you at lunch. I said, everybody says that being a billionaire is stressful. Being a billionaire is hard.
Yeah.
Being a billionaire requires sacrificing every other area of your life. Why?
Because he loves fat.
Yeah, but why can't I do it a different way?
Yeah.
Why can't I be happy to the billion?
Yeah.
Why do I have to compromise my family to get to $1 billion? Why do I have to compromise my morality or my spirituality to get to $1 billion? Why do I have to compromise my health? That. I'm taking it all. I'm going to build a life of balance, true wealth. Had I learned a lesson before, I would have potentially built a more dynamic lifestyle that allowed me to, I would say, be more well-rounded. And it's something that I had to develop and focus on later on in my life, in my later 20s. But yeah, a lot of people are focused on one lane only. And once they master that lane, then they realize, like, I have neglected all of these things in my life. So I have to take retroactive steps, go all the way back to continue pushing.
Damn.
Instead of building slowly every area of your life. True wealth is what matters. I wish I would have learned that lesson a little bit earlier, and hopefully people
but it's okay,
learn a thing or two, G.
Yeah, definitely.